Hi everyone, Lisa's here. Yes, we're getting ready to get started. It is Live with Lisa. I'm waiting for a few people to get on and I'm checking my iPad in case you start making comments. I want to be able to reply to you. Okay, I'm just going to kind of stall for a few minutes. I've got lots of fun things to share with you tonight. And I'm so glad to actually be live, to be able to interact with you instead of just talking to a camera and you're not being able to respond. So a couple of things, we got housekeeping items that we're going to have to go over. Hi, Marion. Facebook requires a disclaimer. They do. So I want to make sure that I go over it with you so that we've got Facebook covered because we don't want to violate any of their policies. And I'm going to read it because I want it to be protocol and correct. That this event and Prize Patrol are in no way sponsored, endorsed, administered, or associated with Facebook. So a couple things you need to know. Number one, for Prize Patrol tonight, you will see there is a post here on this business page that has a little chalkboard and it says Prize Patrol. If you click on that, it is going to take you to an external program that's called Jotform. And there you're going to fill out your name and your email address and whether you're a demonstrator or not. That's just so that I know who you are in case your name gets randomly chosen. Now, Prize Patrol will be open for 24 hours, so it's good until tomorrow, Sunday, August 21st. Gosh, I'm making that week go by faster than it is. So August 21st, Sunday, that's tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're in a different time zone, keep that in mind as well. Hi, Valerie. Hi, Sue. Oh, from Wisconsin. It's great to see you guys. I'm so glad you've joined me. I've got lots of fun stuff for us tonight. Also, please remember that Prize Patrol can only have winners in the U.S. because I'm a United States demonstrator, so I cannot cross borders with sales, and I don't wish to cross border with prizes just for mailing purposes. It doesn't mean I don't love you, because I do. And I'm so glad that you're there watching me. I'm watching some of your comments, and it's hysterical. The one that comes up, Lisa Stamp Studio, you're doing outstanding in the comments, that's my husband. That is Bob the Builder. Yay! I have to tell you, I'm a little nervous while we're waiting for people to get on because literally 2 hours ago, we had no Wi-Fi, and I was in a small panic. That is for sure. I really, really was. So I'm going to be showing you projects tonight from the holiday catalog. Now, I'm not allowed to show you the inside, but I can show you the outside. Now, here's the bad thing about when you're looking at me. I flipped my camera on my phone. It's a mirrored image, so there's nothing I can do about that, but I'll let you see it when we're down below. I cannot turn the pages. It's not allowed, okay? Just so that you know that. Also, a couple other things. I've talked to you about Prize Patrol. Winners are going to be notified by email. I will also post their names to my blog and on this page as well. And they will not be pulled probably until late Sunday night. That would be tomorrow night to give everyone that 24-hour window to enroll. So make sure you click on that Jotform, that Prize Patrol little chalkboard, and enter in the drawing. I have 8 prizes to give away, 8, and I'm really excited to send those to you, to 8 people. All right, just quick looking over my notes because I don't want to miss anything that's important. Oh, really important. On Facebook Live, there's about a 30-40 second delay between what you type me and what I see. And vice versa. I'm actually talking ahead of what you're actually seeing. I guess it's a Wi-Fi thing. So be patient with me. If I don't always see your questions, I will do some of my very best to answer those. And if I miss them, I will come back at the end of this debut and answer them there. But I'm just thrilled that you're here. This is just really exciting. And I have to tell you, of all the live events I've done, and I'll be a demonstrator 18 years next month, so this is not my first day. This has been the most nerve-wracking. I think because I can't edit. Hi, Mimi. I can't edit. And you're going to find I talk really fast, so I stumble over my words. But we'll just call those Lisa-isms, right? We'll just call them that. All right. So PDF tutorials. They are going to post at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on this page, so make sure you grab them. It's a download right to a Google Drive, so everybody can have those, and you can have those for free and just enjoy them. Over on my blog, I'm going to post all the pictures of everything I showed you tonight, even those that are not in the tutorial. All right, so a couple people have already asked me, are you doing this every month? The answer is yes, I am doing this every month, but it'll be in a private group. And I just ask you to hang with me and I'll explain that to you a little bit as we get along. All right, so what do you say I show you some cool projects and some product? I'm gonna flip the phone down now towards my stamp table, and you're gonna need to give me a minute so that I can zoom in so you're not seeing all the mess on my desk, okay? So here we go, I'm gonna flip you. All right, now you get to see my punch wall. Ooh, if you've missed it, I have a YouTube channel and a Pinterest board, and I have a blog. I have lots of places to share with you, lots and lots. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to start with is a suite of products in the holiday catalog for Halloween. Now, those of you that are already poo-pooing me going, oh my gosh, Halloween already? Yeah, already, because you know, you guys, 11 days, it's September 1st already. I don't know where it went. So my demonstration today is going to be using this stamp set, and it's called Halloween Scares. This is going to be effective September 1st. There's another set I'm going to use with it, and it's called Sweet Seasons. Now I know there is some glare. There's not much I can do about that. It's the studio lights. Bob the Builder made it so bright in here, it's like operating. Hi Kelly, it's good to see all of you. I'm so glad you're here. Hi Alice. Okay, so let me show you some of the products in that suite. This is, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you don't think this is cool, wait until you see a video coming up in the next couple weeks on what I did with this. It's gonna revolutionize the way you look at this. Love, love, love this textured weave. How about for your nautical cards? Love the chicken wire, because of those of you that follow my blog know that's a good background that I use there. And the spider web, not just for Halloween. Wouldn't this be fabulous for over-the-hill birthday cards? I got a few friends who are going to have significant birthdays here coming up. And of course the brick wall, which I love. It's, you know, it's nostalgic. You can't go wrong. That's called Ghoulish Grunge. Also in this suite of products is the Halloween Scare washi tape. Oh my, isn't this awesome? And here's what I love about this. Check out this one. This has little bats on it, and they're actually in foil. Now these washi tapes are in varying widths, and I love the fact that this, actually, I'll be honest with you, all of them maybe except for the bats, I think I can continue to use these well past Halloween. I think that they're very, very versatile. How about the designer paper? Is there anybody else here who's a huge fan of designer series paper besides me? I have a paper problem, I'll admit it. Okay, so this is all from the same suite of products. So this is one side, love the pumpkins, and here's the other side. I'm going to keep going. Here's one of the things I love about Stampin' Up's designer paper. They're very good about making one side obviously for the occasion and the other side very neutral so that it could be used all year round when the holiday is over. I love the colors because even after the Halloween season, I think that we can use these for some great cards, especially masculine cards. Those are the ones I struggle with the most. Now bear with me, I just dropped it all over my foot. Okay, I'm back. All right, so here's another. Isn't this cool? And here's the other side. I love this kind of brush stroke stripe. This kind of reminds me of that Beetlejuice costume. You guys know what I'm talking about? I know it's the wrong color, but those stripes remind me of that. And how about this? Is this not fun? Wait till you see what I did with this tonight on one of my alternate projects I'm going to show you. And then there's those brick wall. Gotta love that. And then here come the two specialty pieces that are inside this package. This is the spider web. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but you see it's shiny? It is actually a silver foil inside this paper. Ooh, so pretty. Lots and lots of great ideas with this. Now specialty paper is not double-sided. That's just the way it comes because of its heavier weight and because of the foil. And this is the other one that's inside that same package. Again, that is silver foil that you're looking at. So that is the Halloween suite of products, as well as these. These are the Halloween Night Enamel Dots. Have you noticed I haven't opened them yet? You know, I'm not like most of you. I'm not afraid to cut my paper or use these things up because I can always get more, but I'm just trying to find the right place to put them because I absolutely love these. I love that they're colored. They've got the glue dot already on the back. I'm good to go. So that kind of shows you a little bit about the Halloween suite that I'm going to be using tonight. I will tell you, there are other fabulous Halloween products inside this holiday catalog that's coming out, so you're not going to want to miss that. All right, so let's get stamping, because I know that's what you came for. So let me grab my things out of my little tote next to me. And I am going to start with a piece of Whisper White cardstock. And I'm going to fold it in half. Now, this is 5.5 by 8.5. Some of you like to do 4 1/4 by 11. I'm a bone folder fan. I absolutely love my bone folder. You know, polished nails, sometimes you can leave a trace of color. This is also going to give me a really nice crisp crease. All right, so I'm going to take out a few punches because we're going to be using those, and of course some ink because we got to have that. I'm going to lay this to the side. And doesn't it just figure? What did I just do with my envelope? Here it is. I got it. Hey, you know what? This live gig is not easy. You guys think it's easy? It's not easy. All right, so I've got other layers here as well. And this is where I'm going to be doing some of my mounting. And this will go here on top of the card. In the tutorial I'm giving you, all the sizes are there, so you don't have to worry about trying to figure out what they are and writing them down as I was talking. So that's going to be the layer here. I've got to cut a piece of designer series paper from that Halloween suite I just showed you. And I'm using the triple banner punch. Ooh, I love this. It'll create a banner tip for you on one side or both sides of your paper, ranging from 1 to 1.5 to 2 inches. So that makes this product really versatile. Here's the other thing I love about it. It's effortless. 2 inches or just slightly under slides in beautifully. Palm of your hand, give it a little push, and that's going to give you that perfect banner tip every single time. I know scrapbookers tell me that this is one of their favorite tools when they are scrapbooking because they never can get this perfectly straight. But I've got a tip for you tonight to show you on how you can do that and to help. So I'm going to set this aside. I also have brand new pumpkin pie glimmer paper. Those of you that know me know that I like sparkle. I don't think there could be enough of it in the world. But I want a banner tip here as well. So here's the tip for you on how to make these. Often people will cut and then it's not even. So what I want you to do is make a slit in the center with your scissors. Okay, can you see that? And then I want you to cut. I'm going to flip it over. I think you can see better. See the slit? Then I want you to cut from the corner to the top of the slit, and I want you to do the same thing on the other side. Whoops. All right, now we're going to do the same thing here. A slit from the corner to the top, from the corner to the top. Okay, so now we have our banner tips. I'm going to set that aside. Now we're going to do some stamping. I have my scratch white paper right here somewhere. Doesn't that just figure? Why is it when you're alone, nothing goes wrong, and then when you're live, you don't have it? I have it. Hold on. I'm grabbing some. All right. I told you it was scrap. Look, it's not pretty. I don't know. I save all my scraps if they're of size because we can use them for other things. Basic black ink. That's here. And I am going to stamp a little scene. So I'm going to use the little fence from that stamp set I showed you. And I'm going to stamp one. Look at that. I made it upside down. All right, let's turn it around. This is why I use scraps. And 2. Right off my camera, I have my Stampin' scrub. It's like doing the dishes for your stamps. One side's wet, one side's dry. And the cat. So I'm going to ink him up. And I'm going to put him right on top of that fence. Now, you're probably going to see the top of my head because you know what? I can't really see from the distance I am. Oh, I did pretty good. How about that? All right. I'm going to bring in the pumpkin pie ink pad. And this is the moon that's inside that stamp set. The one reason I like it is it's very abstract. It's not a perfect circle, and I think that lends credence to Halloween. Kind of fun. So I'm going to do pumpkin pie, and I'm going to stamp this here towards the bottom. Look at that. Does that happen to you? Okay, have no fear. I can see it on here. You know what? I am actually going to restamp this because if it's a little bit off, I'm not even going to worry. But you know what I'm going to do? I think it looks more like a moon. I'm going to leave it. Here come my bats. I'm going to ink and I'm going to stamp. And I'm going to put them right inside my moon. Okay. All right. And now I'm going to grab my 2-inch circle punch. I'm going to use it upside down so that I can punch out this image. And I can already tell you that it's not going to reach because I've got too much paper here. So I'm using my scissors to cut a little bit of that away. I'm going to slide this in and I'm going to punch that out. I'm going to set that to the side. So now we have our image. You're not going to believe this, but we're going to assemble this, and I'm going to show you another cool thing right before I do so. This is that layer I was telling you about that's going to go here. I was playing, and how many of you can say you've played and you went to go create something and by total accident you came up with something like really cool, really cool. So this is what I came up with. Obviously, I could just ink this in either of these two colors and it would be fine. But I thought, let's try this. Watch. Pumpkin pie, top half in basic black, flip, bottom half basic black. Guess what happened? We just got a beautiful ombre image. And look at how fun is that. Now, I'm going to tell you, if you're going to make repeated cards, that you should actually clean this before you put it back in your pumpkin pad, because you would not want that black transferring. Remember, the archival ink and the dye-based ink are two different ink products, and they don't make a good marriage. That would really ruin your pumpkin pie pad. So that's how I got those two little colors. I'll show you my other sample when I'm finished. It obviously won't have the funky moon on it, right? All right, so let's do some adhering and let's put this card together. I'm going to use some snail adhesive in the four corners of my card. Now, I bet there's some of you going, oh my gosh, she didn't use very much tape. It's going to fall apart. I've got news for you. This stuff is way stronger than you think it is. All right, so there's my layer. That is going to end up going here on my card, and I'm going to mount it using dimensionals. So let me grab those. Love these shapes and love the fact that they're double-sided. They make me look professional by elevating everything that I do. Now, my mom, I don't even know if she's on the feed or not. If she is, hi, Mom. She's a recipient of a lot of my cards. And she tells me, make sure you use plenty of those, because when they get mailed to me, they kind of like sag. Well, we don't want saggy cards if we're going to go through all the trouble, right? Now, if you're having trouble getting the paper off like I am, let me give you a quick tip. Take your fingernail, push right here in the center. That's going to lift the paper backing. It helps lift those corners up. Just a great little tip. I have very short fingernails, so I need every little tip I can get. All right, so this is going to go here. Do you see what I see? Okay, there we go. Do you see it? Oh my goodness. All right. That's because I'm stamping faster because I'm with you than I am when I'm not with you, because I don't want to take up your whole night. All right, so we're going to do some mounting. I am actually going to add some snail adhesive to the back of the glimmer paper. And I'm going to put this on my card right about here. Next is the designer paper. I find that adhesive does not stick very well to this, so I'm a big fan of dimensionals. So I'm going to take a couple of these off, and I'm going to put them on here, and I'm going to show you how. I want to make sure that I don't have them extended past that glimmer paper, otherwise they're going to show, right? So I'm going to use that octagon shape to my advantage. And again, I'm going to take off that paper backing. Am I boring you guys? I hope I'm not boring you. Okay, good. All right, and then I'm going to put this over the top like so. So far, so good. All right, well, it would be cute just like this, but that's not enough in my world. So this is the Dual Baker's Twine in the new Halloween Night series. They actually come together. Really fun stuff, and I'm telling you, this is going to be great, even for like the sweater type of cards like we like to make in the fall and the winter, and certainly for masculine cards as the seasons change. And we've got that Baker's Twine. I am going to get a dimensional nearby, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a couple fingers. I think I'm going to use two. I'm going to go around and around and around. I'm going to loosen that up a little bit. I'm going to cut this off. See how I've got kind of like a loose looking lasso here? All right, here comes my dimensional. This is going to be my little anchor. And I'm going to put this off here to the side, and I'm going to press down. That's going to hold it in place. Now, if those little stray ends bug you, now is a good time to give them a haircut. Actually, they really don't bug me. Maybe because I always have stray hairs. I mean, seriously. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount this here. So I'm going to add another dimensional here, because remember, this one's sticky, so I can use that to my advantage. And I'm going to mount my little guy right here, like so. All right, so this is the one I demoed, and I'm laughing because the one I made before you guys got here is nice and clean and so much better. So look, there it is, the magic of TV. That's what we're gonna call it. And you can see this one, my loops are a little bit smaller, and here my loops are larger and obviously thicker. But this stamping technique is very fun. But let me give you a disclaimer. Don't say Lisa said if you decide to use black first, because that's gonna mess up your ink pads. And number two, always make sure that you're going from light to dark. Otherwise, you're gonna mess up both ink pads. Okay, so there's the Halloween card that I wanted to share with you. But do you guys want to see the other stuff I made using that same suite of products? Somebody say yes. Somebody say yes. Okay, so I'm sliding those pads out of the way because I don't know about you, but black ink pads tend to be everywhere, especially for me. All right, so here we go. Check this out. You're thinking, oh, that's kind of cute. It's going to get cuter. Watch. My box is empty, so I'm going to have to be a little bit careful so I don't collapse it, because this actually has an acetate sleeve. Oh, look, Lisa, you taped it down. You're not going to get it open. All right, so let me show you. This acetate sleeve is actually separate. Can you see how my finger's underneath here? I punched a small circle with the 3/4 inch circle punch, and I used Stays On ink to stamp the bats. So when this box is actually removed, the sleeve is actually got the moon and the bats, and the designer paper is underneath. See? Cool stuff. 2 3/4 inch, use it by 12. You're going to have a small gap here in the back where the seam of this box is anyway. So, you know, I'll be honest with you, because I left white here and here, this doesn't bother me. I created a very similar banner to that paper I used on my card, but I use it to go across the top of the box. Same greeting, but I didn't variegate it. I made a little tassel out of that same baker's twine, and I added some washi tape to seal the box. Now, obviously, this could easily be opened. Now, I bet one of you is going, no, don't open it. Well, hey, you know, what good are boxes if you can't open them? And I really want to show you how cool this is. Check this out. So these sleeves and this box come together. And I'm going to tell you, it is an awesome deal in the holiday catalog. In the US, there are 8 boxes just like this, plain white, to decorate how you want, for $8. That's $1 a box. And I'm going to hold it in my hand because I want you to see what a good size it is. It's 3 by 3. All right, how about one more? How many of you are moms and have to do little favors for your kids at class? So exact same suite of product. All I did was use designer paper to stamp a different greeting, because of course, Halloween, we gotta have candy. I'm very partial to chocolate, if you didn't know. Same type of technique, but this time I wrapped it around more fingers to make it loose. Look, do you see this spider web? That came from that stamp set I showed you just a few minutes ago, that gorgeous grunge, that web. Of course, you could have used that beautiful foil silver designer paper there as well. Same thing, I just kind of changed it up and put the pumpkin there. This is just a white lunch bag. That's all this is. There's nothing fancy about these. Most grocery stores have them. If not, you can go to any box store. If you need a bunch of them for maybe a fall retreat with a different theme, or a shower, or a birthday party, look at maybe Costco or Sam, where you can get them in bulk. And mine's just with filler, but it would eventually either have popcorn or candy inside. Would be a great favor for classroom parties for the fall. So those are the 2 that I have for Halloween. I am going to switch now. I'm making room on my desk, so bear with me here because we got to move things around, and I want to talk to you a little bit more about Live with Lisa. Now, I told you earlier this is coming out on September 1st. The next Live with Lisa will be on September 17th, and I want you to join me. And this is how I'm going to work going forward. I want to stamp with you, and I'm going to have super cute samples every single time that we're together. I'm always going to give away Prize Patrol, and I'm always going to have PDF tutorials. Going forward for September and beyond, if you place a $35 order in my online store from either the holiday catalog or the annual catalog, I will automatically include you in the next event. It is free. It doesn't cost anything. It's just my way of saying thank you. This is in addition to all my other online ordering perks, which includes a bundle of tutorials and PDF frequent wire points, so that you can enjoy free product when you fill up your card. They never expire, and I keep them here so you don't have to worry about remembering what you have. All right, putting one more punch away so I've got a little bit more room. How about another suite of products? All right, here we go. We're using this one. It's called Paisleys and Posies. I have always liked Paisleys. They're very, very interesting. Posies, how can you go wrong? You can never go wrong with flowers. This is a photopolymer stamp set. Yep, you can see I've already used it. And I think it's going to be extremely versatile. I'm going to show you a little bit more of the products in that suite. Let me grab them. Okay, my first favorite thing is the embossing folder. Look at this oval embossing folder. I actually embossed one for you so that you can actually see it a little bit better. Isn't this fabulous? Lots of fun. And it's texturized, and on the other side, obviously, it's de-embossed, which means the impression goes into the paper versus coming out. Really love the embossing folder, and of course, it coordinates with that stamp set. And what if I told you that it has a coordinating set of framelits? Yes, it does. So there is no fussy cutting required on any of these images. And I did say any. That means there is a die for every single one of these. And I cannot wait to share with you what I have done with this one on a really fun card that's going to be coming up. So the framelits are a great tool. You can buy them as a bundle. And if you didn't know this, you can purchase bundles at a 10% discount when you get both products together. Of course, if you want one or the other, you can buy them separately. I'm going to tell you, you're not going to want to fussy cut any of these, that's for sure. And I will tell you also, whenever I've bought a stamp set without the framelits or the framelits without the stamp set that were included in a bundle option, I was always sorry. So make sure you get them together. You won't be sorry with this purchase. It's going to be great for all year round. Okay, so included in that suite of products is a trio of ribbon that's going to match the designer paper I'm getting ready to show you. Look at this. Pretty, pretty, pretty stuff. These are 3/8 of an inch. We've got mint macaron, delightful Dijon, and rich raspberry. Aren't those just beautiful colors together? I just love them. Stampin' Up! Does a beautiful job with their accessories. So the ribbons are double-sided and they are ribbed on both sides. So when you make a knot or bow, you never have to worry about the wrong side showing. Absolutely love that. And again, like I said, these come in a trio in one package. All right, I'm a big fan of designer paper, so we're going to go right over to the designer paper. And I'm going to have a disclaimer for you and tell you that I've already chopped some of it up, so it's not going to be full pieces. This is all from that same Paisleys and Posies suite. Look at this. Isn't that pretty? Here's your other side. Real simple. Here's your big posy piece. I love, love, love the colors in this. You may be saying, wow, that's busy. It is busy, but who's going to use the whole sheet unless you're a scrapbooker? Chop it up, punch it, and use it for some layering. And here is your opposite side. I absolutely love those vines. That's really pretty. And another piece, same type of image as the first one I showed you, but a different color, which I love the versatility. And again, can you not just see birthday cards with this when the holidays are over? I can. Love that. Okay, this is one other. Rich raspberry. Look at that pattern. Is this not beautiful? Those of you that are going to be attending my retreat in the fall, which I hold twice a year, you are going to love this even more by the time we're done. And of course, that really pretty type lattice, almost mosaic type pattern on the back. And I believe there's two more. So this one, love, love. And the other side, real similar pattern. This one is just in the Cajun craze. All right, I'm going to set those aside because I have saved the best for last. Inside that same package, this is specialty paper. So there are 2 pages that are foiled. Look at this, will you please? Oh my, this is beautiful, beautiful Night of Navy with the copper foiled impression in the paper. Just stunning. And again, remember I told you before, specialty paper is not double-sided, single-sided to accommodate the foil. And this one is very vanilla with those copper dots. Stunning, very pretty, huh? But I have to tell you, I love everything, but this has my heart, and I know you're getting a horrible glare, but check this out. Do you know what this is? This is copper foil paper. Oh, yes. Just filmed a couple videos that are going to be coming up for some fall cards, and you are going to be stunned at how well this comes out. This is just beautiful. Remember, in the suite of copper products, Stampin' Up! Also has the copper metallic thread and the copper embossing powders. They do a fantastic job with color coordination. I should have silenced that. I'm so sorry. That is just my iPad next to me. All right, so how about we make another card? I'm gonna bring over my stamps, and I hope I'm not boring you. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Are you enjoying this? Love them. But that foil, Kelly says, oh, I know the foil makes your heart just stop, doesn't it? All right, I'm going to use Very Vanilla this time because I'm going to use that Posies, Paisleys and Posies suite right now. And I'm going to fold this in half, again, 5.5 by 8.5, and search out that bone folder because you know I'm a big fan of that nice crisp crease. This time my card is going to go in a landscape fashion. I need to turn that off because I don't want you guys to be annoyed by that. So my apologies. I wish I could figure out how to do it. Brand new iPad. Any brand new iPad users out there besides me? Technology and I, it's a scary thing. This is why I have Bob the Builder and I have Boo around because they help me. I'm going to use 3 different colors. Rich Raspberry, Delightful Dijon, and Mint Macaroon. And you might remember me mentioning these colors in the designer paper that we just used. Hi, Susan. I'm doing a great job. Oh, thanks, you guys. That makes me feel better. I'm glad you're enjoying this, Faith. I really am. Thanks, Leslie, for the good verbs there. I love good vibes. I always need them. I'm going to start with the Rich Raspberry. And I am going to start with this image. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. Can you see this? Okay, it's one of the Posies. I'm going to ink this up. This is a very strong color. And I'm going to stamp this near the top. When I say near the top, I'm actually not going to stamp the whole thing. I'm going to let some of it fall off of the paper. One of the biggest mistakes I see people make when they stamp, if they want to create a background, is they want all the images all tucked into the little square of the card. Don't do that. You know, if you let the images hang out the sides, you're going to get a wallpaper effect, which means you can stamp your cardstock in a multitude of colors and patterns, and it's going to look like it was designer paper. Yes, I tell you the truth, I swear. You're going to love that. All right, so Mint Macaron, Macaron, how do you say it? I think it's either way. This is one of the leaves. There are several inside the same set. This is all from that Paisleys and Posies stamp set. I'm going to stamp one here and one here, and this is what I love about photopolymer. See how you can see exactly where you're going? Gotta love that. Okay, and then I am going to switch over to the Delightful Dijon. And this time I'm going to use a smaller Posy, this one. I'm going to ink that up, and I'm going to come over here off to the side. And this one over here off to the side. So you can see I'm making it very symmetrical. Okay, and now I'm going to switch back to my Rich Raspberry. And I'm using this really pretty flower. You're not going to be able to appreciate this until I stamp it. So it's an outline image. And I'm going to put this one near the top. Near the top. Pretty, huh? Switching again. I like color, can you tell? And this time I'm using a really tiny leaf. It's very tropical looking to me. I really like it. I'm going to stamp it so you can see it better. Tiny, tiny image, tiny, tiny image. And I'm going to stamp that here near the top of this Posy and here. And I'm going to switch one more time. This is the last one, I promise. And this one, really itty bitty. So I'm going to take it again in the Raspberry this time. And this time I'm going to stamp it off to the side. Oftentimes people think that when you have really busy stamps like this that you can't create really pretty cards with them because they're too much. I don't think that's true at all. I really, really don't. Hi Jennifer, sounds and looks good. Oh, I'm so glad you're enjoying it. The words in this stamp set are just amazing. This one actually says thankful, grateful, blessed. The others are just as wonderful too. And I think this is great not only around fall time of year, but all year round because we've always got people to thank, right? So I'm going to ink that up in the Rich Raspberry. And this time I'm going to stamp this near the bottom. Again, you're probably going to see my head because I'm telling you, I'm hoping it's straight. Is it straight? Is it straight? Okay, we're going for it. When I tell you I'm probably 2 feet away from this, I'm not kidding you. Thank God for Bob the Builder, my husband, who is amazing, who rigged up an incredible tripod. But you know I can't stop there because you know me, I have to have more than just that. So I'm gonna move these out of the way really quick because I'm gonna bring in a long piece of burlap ribbon. And if any of you ever used ribbon, or especially burlap, and notice that it leaves like little fibers everywhere, those get in your ink pad, that's not fun to kind of fish them out. But what I want is I want several strands of this in order to do some loops or a bow. So let me show you on a smaller piece how I was able to achieve that. This is the exact same ribbon. When it's purchased, it always has seams on both sides to keep the strands together. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut off one end. Okay, so I got one end off. And then what you're able to do is pull off a strand at a time. Well, obviously that one's way too small to use. So I've got a bigger one here. This is about 14, 15 inches. So I'm going to set that here. I also have, let me fish them out of my little bag, a piece of that designer series paper that I was showing you earlier. Pretty stuff, huh? So banner tips again, because I really like those. If you're shaking your head going, oh, enough with the banner tips, I'm sorry, but I really like them. So I'm going to do this. And you know, they're really popular right now, aren't they? And again, on the same side. So a slit up the center. And then I got to be able to see it. Boy, sometimes the lights in here are so bright that I don't even know what I'm looking at. We always joke that you could almost operate in this room because the lighting is so fabulous. All right, so that is going to go here. So I'm going to take my snail adhesive, put a little bit on the back. I am going to put my banner down here near the bottom. Is it looking good so far? I hope so. All right, and I know you guys are talking to me, but when I tell you this, that my phone is probably at the height of my forehead, I'm not kidding. Oh, I love, Rosemary, that you like the tips that I'm sharing. Great, I'm so glad. So this is that trio ribbon I showed you. This is the mint. And you can see it's gonna be a lot longer than I need, but that's okay, because I'm gonna give it a haircut. Now, for the life of me, this will not stick to this. So we're gonna bring in some tear-in tape. If you guys have never used this, this is fabulous, fabulous stuff. I always joke that this could hold a dog to a wall. I mean, it is seriously strong. And I love it for doing 3D projects, but it's also good for embellishments. So you're gonna see that I'm rubbing it in to my ribbon, because if you don't burnish it inside, when you go to lift this paper backing off, you'll actually lift the whole roll of tape. And you can see my nails are really small and short. So look, I use my piercing tool to help me remove that. And I am going to slide that on here. See, here's my tape right in the middle. Okay, good. And now I'm going to pick this up before I get too far. I'm going to open this up and I'm going to cut these ends. Now, I'm an angle girl. I like them on angles. If you don't like angles, then you can change them, make them straight. That's fine. Remember, my friend Kelly always tells me this. It's not wrong if it's yours. That's right. All right. I forgot one little piece of ribbon I want to show you because I think you're going to really, really enjoy this. This is the brand new, I shouldn't say new, I guess it is, in June, natural trim, and it's got the gold in it. And it really works well with that Dijon, doesn't it? So I'm going to cut off maybe about 3 inches here. I'm going to fold it into a V. So I've got like a little point here. Now a lot of you tell me it won't stay. Yeah, I know. So glue dots to the rescue. I'm going to fold one of those back. Do not use your finger. They are so sticky. You're going to want to press it on here and lift it off. Now I know, I can see by you guys coming, some of you know me. You know what the nickname for these are, right? Some of you, one of you type it, because I'm not going to say it and make people who don't know me think I'm crazy. But what's the nickname for the glue dots? Somebody type that answer. I'm going to cut these on an angle. So now I've got a little tiny banner, little flag kind of. Another glue dot. I'm going to press it on the back and pull it off. And this is going to go all the way here near the sides. I'm going to hold this up so you can kind of see this. Isn't this pretty? Very, very pretty. Yes, Wendy's got it. We nicknamed the glue dots snot dots. It's just for fun, guys. I don't mean it to be crude. I really, really don't. But they are really sticky, which is why I tell you, don't pick them off with your finger because you won't be able to get them off. They're just that strong and gooey. But I love these product. The other thing is make sure you take them out of the box that they come in. Okay, you guys think that's funny? It's true. That's what we call them. No one forgets then. If you use a funny nickname, no one forgets. So if you take them out of the box and fold them back as you use them, A, you won't waste them. B, they won't be stuck to everything. I have had people tell me there's something wrong with my glue dots. And I said, well, did you take them out of the box? And they say, well, are you supposed to? And I said, yes. And I said, well, how are you using them? Well, I'm just pulling the white paper and they won't come out. And that's because they're dispensing inside the box. So please remember to take them out of the box when you're using them. All right, so we're down to this piece of twine, that burlap that we just talked about. I'm going to fold it in half. And once I have it folded in half, I'm going to take my snips and I'm going to cut open the other end. So now I have 2 strands. And I'm going to make a double looped bow from this. Now, a lot of people say, I don't know how you do that so easy. Well, those of you that know, my grandmother used to be, well, God love her, she's not here anymore, but she was a professional seamstress. And one of our treats on the weekends was she would take us downtown Chicago, where she worked at a furrier. Now, mind you, this is like in the early 70s, okay? So I'm against that now because of the animal thing, totally. But that was back in the day. And we would sit when we'd go to work with her and we would make bows on spools and spools and spools of beautiful satin ribbon. And so she taught us how to make bows. Okay, so another glue dot, that's going to go right on top of here. Remember, we're not going to pull it off with our finger. See, told you they're sticky. And then this is going to go here. So I'm going to press that down. I think this needs a little bit of a haircut. We want it to fit in the envelope, right? Okay, now, what do you think? It's simple, but it's pretty. You like it? I'm reading one of the comments. Jewel says, news to me, but cute. Wait till I tell my Stampin' buddies snot dots. Leave my glue dots in the box too. Yeah, I know, Jewel. I just find that if you give people a nickname for things, that they will always remember it. I actually have people tell me they want to order the Chihuahua tape because they tell them they could stick a dog to the wall with this. So we nicknamed it Chihuahua tape. So I know what they're talking about. This one is my original one. I made my bow a little loopier, but do you see this little staple? This comes from the Stampin' Up! Handheld stapler. I kind of like that rustic look to this. So if you like it too, you can go ahead and staple. It works beautifully, and it just adds that little bit of a pizzazz. My videos will show you a ton more tricks with this product, which I think is just well hidden in the catalog. It really, really is. All right, so we've got this project, and we have the Halloween card, which I think I put over here. So these are the 2 for tonight that you have a tutorial on. You have a tutorial for both of these. Now let's talk about going forward, because I want to still be able to have you come stamp with me. I've always loved teaching classes in person, and now I have a chance because of technology to have you attend a class with me no matter where you live. Sometimes the biggest problem with attending classes is a scheduling conflict. So even that is gone now. So you can join these videos at any time and watch them over and over again. And because I want to stamp with you, I've made this super simple. All you need is a $35 product order in my online store, and you will automatically get to attend the September 17th Live with Lisa. And if you think these projects are good, let me give you a sneak peek of what we're going to be doing in September. We are going to be using this brand new stamp set called Glamper Greetings. Now, I don't know if you guys know this or not, and if you don't, I'm going to enlighten you. These little campers are wildly popular now. People are even living in these. Love all the tiny accessories and love the fact that you can use this all year long. This will be one of the make and takes next month, and of course, I will give you other alternate projects with that too. And the next one is going to be this, the Jolly Friends bundle. So I'm going to show you some really awesome projects with this stamp set, as well as the coordinating little cute hat builder punch that goes with it. So that's for September. And in case you need more incentive to join me for the September Live with Lisa, those are going to be the projects. Remember too that that $35 order is also going to get you frequent buyer points, and it's also going to get you my bundle of tutorials completely for free. I'm going to flip you guys around because I like to actually see who I'm talking to, and hopefully you feel the same way. Okay, so again, one more time in case you're just tuning in, these are the 2 cards that are in your free PDF tutorial. And Remember, YouTube channel, there's hundreds of videos on there, hundreds. I've got everything from tips to projects. I love to do 3Ds as well as cards. I also have a blog at lisastampstudio.com, and that's Lisa's with 2 S's. No apostrophe, because it's not using, commas and apostrophes are not used in a web address. And of course, Pinterest, I'm there, and I'm on Instagram, and I would love to have you come and follow me. So I hope that next month you will be with me in the September Live with Lisa. And don't forget, enter for the Prize Patrol. Remember to click on that little Prize Patrol chalkboard sign here on this page so that you can enter. I will announce the winners tomorrow. You have 24 hours to get your entry in. So if it's not in by 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, Sunday, August 21st, I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. I have several people who said I'm not on Facebook. So Bob the Builder did a great job. He's found a way to render this video and upload it to YouTube so I can share it on my blog this evening along with the pictures and the tutorial there as well. I am so grateful that you joined me, and I am so excited to be here. As nervous as I was, this was a ton of fun, and I hope that you have enjoyed it as well. And oh, Casey, thank you that you loved the projects. I'm so glad. Rosemarie, I'm glad that you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you guys in September. Oh, one more thing, I almost forgot. If you're a brand new customer with me and you placed your $35 order, you'll get both of these in the mailbox from me. I will send them to you for free. Thanks so much, everybody, and I hope you have a great night. I'm back. You know why I'm back? Because I forgot 2 really important things. I told you I was excited and a little bit nervous, so I think this is going to prove it. I forgot to show you the other alternate project for that Paisley. I'm so mad because guess what? It had chocolate in it. All right, so here it is. It is this adorable box. These are the clear tiny treat boxes. I'm going to make sure I put pictures up so that you guys can see them. And I made a similar tag, similar bow. I mean, it's just using the same products, but I can't believe that I forgot to show you. What a ding dong. Okay, and the other thing is several people apparently commented, and I couldn't see it because remember my phone was about here. Is this a monthly commitment? No, it's not. If you choose to place a $35 order this month, are you committed to the next month? Absolutely not. It's just a way of saying thank you for your order by including you in these free live events, giving you the tutorials, giving you the bundle of free product, giving you the prize patrol, and of course, giving you frequent buyer points. So I wanted to make sure that I clarified that because I think I missed that in the stream of texts. So I apologize. But again, I will post pictures of all these. Just give me a few minutes to get over to my computer where they're all stored, and I'll get those updated for you. Again, thanks so much for joining me, everyone. It was really a lot of fun, and you made me not so nervous. You really gave me a lot of love and encouragement, and I really appreciate that. So I hope to see you on September 17th when we do the next Live with Lisa. Have a great weekend, everyone.